So profesh. Okay, so first things first that you need to know is that it is hot as the underside of the devil's balls today. So I got a fan on, and it's going to come around, and it is going to hit the microphone. And you know what? I'm suffering in a room right now where I have closed the window for you so you don't hear the birds chirping. So I'm suffering. So you're gonna have to suffer through this little buzzing noise. Okay? So we're both suffering. Well, you're suffering double because you have to see my face on the screen right now, and I'm not really sure why you're here. But you are, so hi! So the other day, George Michael died. Now, hear me out. It made me think about how, I've thought about this before, but it made me think about how little I know about famous people who have shaped gay history as it is today. And then it made me think about all the other things I don't know, and then I just spiraled into a wall of depression about all the things that I don't know. But it made me think about how I'm sure a lot of you guys don't know these gay icons, because all of you are a bunch of gays, and I know that, and or fantastic women allies, so thank you for being here. But I don't know a lot about the people who have shaped my rights of today, and I'm sure a lot of you don't either. So I thought maybe what we could do every now and again, if you like this, maybe you don't like it, maybe not, but I think this is a really good idea, is for me to just find out about these people. And other things as well, because I am very uneducated. I'm smart in some areas, but I am shockingly dumb in others. And maybe we could learn together. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm sitting in a singlet because it is, as I said before, hot as balls. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean. So for the main little good quality video, I turned off all of the fans. And I closed the window for you. And I closed the window. And I turned off this fan. And I turned off this fan. So, George Michaels. What I'll do in this section here is tell you what I know about him. Because I want you to know how stupid I am. Because a lot of people, when you watch information videos, they talk about all the different facts and stuff. And you're like, ooh, this person's like really super smart. I'm never going to be that smart. I'm sweating. Do you see that? I'm suffering for you. Anyway, all for you, but not for this section. No. Also, and if you can see some pimples on my shoulder, you're just gonna have to deal with that as well, because I'm not perfect, and I'm a fucking human, and I'm not like this goddamn guy, who in every single one of his videos looks absolutely fucking perfect, and I don't understand why he has a grain filter on everything. Anyway, so the thing, and they seem like they're really super smart, and I didn't want this video to be just me regurgitating information I've got off the internet, which is exactly what I'll be doing, but I want you to know how all the things I know just directly out of my head. So, I know that he sang the song, "'Cause I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith, I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith." And I only really know that because of all of the news coverage that's been on him recently. So that I don't really know if I can get a point for. So his first single was when he was 17, called "Careless Whisper." 17? He wrote that when he was 17? God, if that's some way to make you feel unaccomplished, I don't know what is. He's been arrested in public restroom after committing a lewd act in Beverly Hills in front of an undercover officer. Can never be regarded as a good publicity. Okay, so this undercover officer was in the bathroom at the same time, or he was the one he was doing things to? I gotta figure that out. Give me a minute. The other thing I know is that there was something about a metal finger that he made, or did, or something, or it was on an album cover, or something like that. And it was a metal finger to the world because there was some kind of scandal where he was caught doing the nasty with a guy in a bathroom stall. That was also something that I heard because of his recent death. So I'm not too sure if I can get a point for that either. One of the main reasons why George Michael was such an inspiration is because he came out in the 90s, which wasn't a very easy thing to do. Which is what I originally thought George Michael was really big for, because he was one of the first publicly gay people. So I mean, that's a huge thing for so many people in the 90s, because he's not only very talented, also very accepted in the entertainment industry, and then came out as gay, making it okay to be gay. It's a weird thing when someone popular comes out and says something is okay. It changes a lot of society. So that was a really big deal. So the other thing I know about George Michael, he looked really good in his heyday in tight pants. Really important stuff. So he was extremely outspoken about his sexuality, which I think wasn't something that really happened in those days. I never had a moral problem with being gay. I thought I had fallen in love with a woman a couple of times. Then I fell in love with a man and realized that none of those things had been love, which is something you hear a lot of these days now with YouTube and everyone making coming out videos. But it's something that a lot of gay people say, is that they had thought they fell in love with a woman because that's what society had told them to do, and then when they fell in love with a man, they realized that's what they were supposed to be doing the whole time, and what they were feeling for wasn't love, it was just kind of the love that you feel between two friends. And for that to be said in the 90s was a really big deal. So that takes a lot of courage, and for someone to be completely comfortable with their sexuality to do that. So that's a really big deal. I know that he could move his hips really well as well. His heyday was between the 60s and 90s, maybe? And I also know... That's about it. But I feel like he did a lot. Oh, I also know that he went on to a hiatus and got very, very private for a very long time. But then he was working on a new album just before he died, so that's a thing. But yeah, I don't really know how important that is. But I don't know if I feel like he was a big icon for the LGBT community back in his day, probably because he went public with him being gay back those days. That was probably why, but I don't know that. So hopefully we've learnt a bit in this video. Maybe his late 20s was a really hard and depressing time for him because he lost his partner to an age-related illness in 1993. Oh, that's heavy. Okay, so finding out that he had a lot to do with AIDS awareness, well, which I didn't really quite realize that was something he did. He fronted a documentary about HIV to coincide with World AIDS Day the year he came out. The film, Staying Alive, focused on the experience of 6 young people from different countries who were either infected with or affected by HIV virus. That's huge. That's a really big deal. I mean, I don't know. I haven't done the research yet. You've been listening to me talking to you about the different things, so you will know. You're smarter than me right now. Congratulations. You are like the rest of the world. Okay, I'm quickly learning that George Michael was very ahead of his time, which really pushed forward the acceptance of gay people. So this is a quote. Gay people in the media are doing what makes straight people comfortable. And automatically, my response to that is to say I'm a dirty, filthy fucker. And if you can't deal with it, you can't deal with it. Or, as he put in rather enthusiastically on Twitter, I've never and will never apologize for my sex life. Gay sex natural. Gay sex is good. Not everybody does it. But haha. That is a huge statement that really pushed forward acceptance and this whole we don't give a fuck attitude that a lot of people have these days. So he's a big driving force of it, which I didn't know about. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know. I mean, the other thing I was thinking of doing as well is I am very geographically and historically inept. I don't know much about anything. I don't even know where Egypt is. And I was thinking maybe I could do something similar like this where we learn together a little bit. Because maybe that's something. I don't know that... I mean, not like just the video about learning. I'd still do my cuts about funny things and talking about my life and stuff, but maybe we could learn a little bit as well. I don't know. Something I'm playing around with. I'm going to make a whole other video about my plans for next year. Here's a hint. 3 videos a week. So this is from the writer of the article I've been reading. It is tempting to turn and retreat, but as a closeted teenager back in 1998, it is impossible not to recall the courage and defiance of George Michael, a talented and much adored musician, yes, but also a gay man and a gay icon who made the lives of so many LGBT people that little bit easier. So, really glad I did this, because he is one of the main reasons why there's so many comfortable gay people, and so many out gay people in our world that has now changed my life, I'm sure. I'm not aware of these kind of things. So, this was really good, and I hope you learned something from this, because I definitely have. And it's really sad that he's gone so young, because he probably had a lot more to offer the world. 53, and the 50 years of change to do. Anyway, guys, I will not go do anything about my appearance. Oh, my shirt has a pineapple on it. That's kind of all I wanted to do. So thanks for watching. Hope you had a great holiday. Happy holidays. I'll see you guys in a day or 2. Wait, no. I'm not doing a video a day now, am I? I didn't tell you that, but the video a day thing was just last week. But I'll see you in 2 days. Pieces. Let me just roll over for the end screen. Never leave enough space. Look at them. Okay. Hint, if you want to get boys, Hint, if you want to get boys, don't push your chin down so that you have hundreds. Oh, it's nice that it takes a lot of effort for me to do that. That makes me feel good about myself. Peace. I'm loving this boom stand. Bye. Gotta cut this hair. That's a thing. Bye.